I want to welcome everybody back to Indian Trace and appreciate the support amidst so much going on in all of our lives as well as the news. I've got to do a moving day because I have a method in my basket's becoming too full and I've got to organize things and keep them moving. Here is this week so far. It's mind-blowing to me. So we're going to take a close-up look at that and a cleanup. It won't be a long video, but I know a lot of y'all out there that don't always get the chance to go and hunt really like particular types of cleanup, sort of a museum series that I do to document the artifacts that I've been able to bring in and save. And I do want to make this comment right now. These here, as you've seen, need a good home. Now, these aren't the same as what's out of my koi pond. These are higher quality, higher end artifacts. Scrapers, if you like scrapers. Great stuff. Drop me a note. Tell me how you want to get in touch with me. And we'll get some of these scrapers into your hands. I mean, there's some really fun stuff here. Some good quality stuff. And of course, as always, some really fine quality pottery. Needs a new home, that's all I gotta say, and I gotta get it out of here. I'll box it up, I'll package it up, I'll get it to you. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Artifacts worth it. And I keep plenty, you know that. So I just make a plug for this. Endpoints, rhyolite. These points aren't even that broken up at all. They're higher grade than just regular field grade. All that you're seeing here. Good stuff. Great stuff. So the opportunity is there for you, and there's even quartz. Check the quartz out. You can pause it, you can look at it more closely, make some comments about something that caught your eye. It's fine. A moving day, I sort of let people in on how I keep things moving. So all of it, it's yours if you want it. We'll strike up a deal or what have you, and I'll get it into your hands. Love the way the pottery looks though, don't you? Such a completely unique look. Nothing in this world, nothing in this modern world looks like this pottery right here. Nothing. It's a nice scraper right there with the pink tip, isn't it? Just some fun stuff to find. Now, let's take a look at this and we'll move forward. The way I have this organized right now is half of this right here came from the clay pot, and the other half here pretty much came from Crystal Beach, which is pretty neat. Of course, starting with the centerpiece, these two pieces of pottery I'm keeping, and I found a bunch more. But these are unique from the clay pot. Reason I call it the clay pot, as well as the bit of a, we want to say it's a gorget, but I've got another belief, which is these instruments, these tools, were used to make twine. And it could be absolutely true. Look at this rim. You don't find many rims. Take a good look at this. Perfect lighting, natural light on moving day. Some of these right here in this display, my display quality pieces, are going to find a new home too. Look at the very fine work around the edges of this. We'll call it a gorget. My focus is giving me a fit. So that's a great piece to find. Let's go clockwise, or counter. Yeah, we'll go clockwise. This piece found at the clay pot is on film, but not cleaned up. Absolutely fine piece. It give you a chance to see the edges on these and how the pieces actually worked. If you guys, and there's a lot of you out there that like to nap and what have you, so I'll show you. Clay pots and sweet potatoes, so I didn't have to worry about the tobacco, the wet tobacco. On the other side of my hand here, on the right side, these from Crystal Beach. And I found some other methods. I'm going to try a new method at the Cascade, maybe tomorrow morning, to get into the tobacco. I have an idea. Ideas are a good thing. Then here's a piece that I just loved. It did have a little impact fracture on the tip, but I love the base. I love the size of that point. Good stuff. And here's that unique point. Long stem, perfectly clean. Once you hefted that in strong, it was super strong, devastating point, and then needle tip notch point from the clay pot with a little bit of a quartz Guilford next to it, or a Marl Mountain. Like I said, what you're looking at here is, I'd say a good handful of these pieces are going to go over in that box you just saw, for people who want a little bit of a collection from eastern central North Carolina. Great piece. Marl Mountain right here from the clay pot. Now we're moving right into Crystal Beach. Clean up of what we saw out there. Actually found this piece here this morning. And this is a really fine piece. And I'm still stirred up. I know you saw the last two videos. Check out the links, the political interest links. Vital. There are things going on in the country that are not comfortable. You might not want to think about them a lot, but they're happening. They're affecting us. They're going to affect your children. Isn't that a great point? So don't think I'm just beating the drum all the time. It's a serious issue. I mean, I know how it is. Even my family, they can't handle it psychologically to hear about this stuff, some of it. I can't believe the evil, the ill will of so many fascists. And it's a fascist that wants to tell you how to believe, how you should speak, and if you do not, they want to excoriate you, expunge you if they could, and kill you. I remember one of the representatives for the National Rifle Association was speaking after that massacre in Florida, and she was laying out the facts. The individual was already charged 32 times and hadn't been taken care of. She was putting blame on the sheriff and what have you, and the people in the arena began to call for her death. Things are going on, everybody. Look at that piece from Crystal Beach. That's a nice notch point. And then I found this morning. Smoking excellent piece of quartz. So all that said, either share the links, do something to promote freedom. Here's a piece. This is very reddish when it's wet. Great piece though from Crystal Beach. So that's long enough. Very good look at the pieces that I've been able to pull in this week on this moving day. I've got to keep them moving. I gotta do it to make some room and to keep things in good order. But appreciate you giving an ear and moving forward with the Indian trace you find and this. Hope you find out there.